So we knew that professional learning for our new program would be really important. So we asked Math Learning Center includes with their adoption a 2-day getting started training in the summer. So based on the size of our staff, we knew we were going to have to offer that multiple times because we were asking teachers to come during the summer. Through some support from a grant from the Department of Public Instruction, we were able to pay teachers to attend the training. And teachers really did appreciate the fact that those trainings were facilitated by grade level teachers who have experience teaching bridges and are really master teachers in their own right. So we were really excited that we were actually able to train over 500 teachers over the course of last summer for those 2-day trainings. Really helps teachers get a better feel for the materials, think about teaching math differently, and start to feel more comfortable and help them get started teaching bridges mathematics.
Bridges is designed to be an inquiry-based program, which is a very different format than teachers are used to. They're used to kind of being the sage on the stage where I have the knowledge and I will pass it along to you. So that has been a shift in learning for teachers. And we've done a lot of work prior to the summer to get them to start thinking about instruction. Because one thing is that, yes, we have a new program, but that's not going to impact student achievement. What's going to impact student achievement is our mathematics instruction. So that was kind of a focus when we started looking at the monthly professional learning that teachers go to really dig into the mathematics and how my instruction is going to change from what I used to do. It's probably the same content, but I'm delivering that in a totally different way.
So one of the things we knew with an adoption, the significant is we were going to need to build capacity in our building leaders. So we worked with the Math Institute of Wisconsin, which is a nonprofit professional learning organization in the state, to help support developing that capacity with math leadership teams from each of our 24 elementary schools. Those teams consisted of the building principal, their instructional coach, a K-2 teacher, and a 3-5 teacher. And so those teams came together with a consultant from the Math Institute for 4 times over the school year to dig into the effective math teaching practices from NCTM, think about equity and equitable mathematics teaching, think about strategies that they could use to facilitate discourse in their classroom and really engage kids in math in different ways to sort of lay this foundation. And then teams were asked to think about what parts of the learning that they had done would be useful to bring back and share with the rest of their colleagues in their buildings, either at a faculty meeting or in their collaborative team meetings or whatever other venue they had to sort of pass that information along that they felt was right for where their teachers were at in their building.
When we decided on bridges, when the curriculum design team and the teachers in the district selected that, and we began to speak with the Math Learning Center about the structure, and they really made a great pitch for why that 2-day training was essential, and we couldn't disagree. So again, I think the earlier you can start planning and those things, we knew that in January or February of the year prior to the implementation. So in January, February of 2019 for fall implementation, and we could get information about summer training to teachers early on so that they had an opportunity to select dates and make those plans. That was one piece of it. My colleagues have mentioned time several different instances, and I would wholeheartedly agree. As a district, the majority of time that our teachers are with us, they are in front of students. So how do we carve out and make more time for them to learn, for collaborating, and for the planning that they need? So that has been a little bit of the push and pull because this is more intense than anything we've done before. So prior adoptions, we typically have a half day before school starts where we're rolling it out. And then depending on the adoption, there are bits and pieces that are sprinkled in throughout the year. Our instructional coaches are a conduit of bringing information back. But this has been the most inclusive, systematic method of providing training for teachers, and that was based on what they asked. They wanted to be the ones at the table when the trainers were coming in. How do you do that for a district this size? And that summer training was critical for that. And having everybody seeing it for themselves rather than necessarily receiving it from someone else was one part of it. And then these ongoing sessions that happen monthly have been another critical piece.